21st of November, we did writing number 2, and this is what we did. We looked at homework from last week and which countries write similarly to us, and types of writing, and some quizzes. So in review, we talked last week about the 6 traits: ideas, organisation, voice, word choice, sentence fluency, and conventions of what we as teachers have to get into the mind of students so they can write something correctly. And presentation is the +1. And then in today's class, we're looking again at the difference between speaking and writing. We can say that the writing is asynchronous and recorded and more formal overall. And we talked about how some languages write the same as us, left to right, the others are the opposite, such as Arabic and Hebrew and Rohingya. And we talked about 70% do subject, verb, object, and about 20% do others, and only 2 languages do the same as Japanese, where it's the verb at the end as the 5th most common. And we talked about what we need to look at for various levels of English. So primary school, we use graphic organisers and get them to practice organising how they write, and then draw pictures, and then get them to do a sentence. And then you lead on with a supporting sentence, and then concluding sentence. And when you get to high school, you do the essays, where we've got TEAL, which is the topic, explanation, example, and the linking sentence. And that can be called different things, like linking can be concluding sentence, for example. We looked at websites for online teaching, and we looked at things we can do just in the classroom. So, for example, matching games, Boggle, and then if it's online, Boggle, you can do that too. So basically, when we're doing writing, we get them to copy it. We do some exercise looking at the grammar. We do guided writing, where we teach them how. Then we get them to do the free writing. Okay, and last little bit is types of writing, which we did last week. That's just the quiz from last week. Descriptive writing, persuasive writing, expository writing, and the last one is narrative style writing are the main ones. And then we looked a bit about making a unit of work, which is this one, which means look at the approach or process. So we look at the process approach, where you need to take into account what we need to do to get the product. So you'd have a teaching lesson, we have a leaning, engaging the schemata, and then you pre-teach the vocab, get them to predict what we're going to talk about in the reading. Then you do the reading, you skim through, you scan, brainstorm ideas about the writing task, and then think of useful language we can use. Then you give the writing task for them to do, and then they get their peers to check, and then they can hand it in, and then we correct it. So that's the stages of a writing lesson. Okay, and the last little bit we did was looking at corrections. So this is what we need, like SP for spelling, and then S/P is singular plural, SVA is subject verb agreement. Recursive writing, we said, just means reviewing your own writing. And we have the other last little quizzes. So quiz on technical writing, a quiz on recursive writing, which is review, and then we did 2 lots of homework, which students are doing for tonight. And that was our class on the 21st.